Chapter 7. At least it was probably an accident. Seirei Academy's field day was held in late October, with a temperature that was almost too warm to call autumnal but still perfect for working up a good sweat. "What a view," muttered Masachika, gazing out at the field from the student council's tent. "The red team is fast. But here, coming from the outside, is Higoshiyama from the green team. Look at those legs go. Higoshiyama is gaining. He's catching up. And he passed them. First place goes to Higoshiyama on the green team. What is this? Some sort of horse race commentary? Horse race. Masachika, don't tell me you've been to a horse race before." "No, absolutely not. I've played a horse racing video game before, and it sounded like that. That's all." The moment Masachika commented on the performance of the obviously overzealous broadcast club member, Alisa, who was standing by his side, shot him a quizzical stare, forcing him to explain himself in a fluster. "In fact, from the sound of it, I bet the commentator from the broadcasting club has played the same game before, too. Looks like the audience is enjoying it, though, so whatever." He glanced at the commentator's tent, packed with teachers and broadcast club members. Suddenly, something big apparently happened during one of the games. "Oh. Third-year student Sasaki from the judo club has just dropped his sandbag. Sasaki is out. The record so far is 8 minutes and 27 seconds. Turning his gaze to the field, Masachika noticed a large male student walking dejectedly back to the stands. But at the same time, he spotted a group of buff guys standing still, unmoved even after their competitor had dropped out. That wasn't all, though. There was even a group of female students behind them who were sprinting at full speed. Wow! This looks so random. Since there was no time limit for the sandbag lifting contest, it was being held concurrently with other events, so a rather incongruous sight emerged. Numerous muscle-bound male students were lined up around the track, while a group of female students were youthfully working up a sweat behind them. "We have just reached the 10-minute mark, with only 13 warriors left. Who will be the last man standing?" Tuya's really working hard, somehow surviving among the muscle-bound athletes from the judo and rugby clubs, who were absolutely confident in their strength and stamina, was Tuya. However, the sandbag was slowly slipping from his grasp, as if his forearm muscles were about to give out. "OOF. That looks painful. He's barely holding on with his fingertips. I'm sure he wants to try to adjust his grip, but he's probably worried he'd drop it." "Yeah." But just when it seemed like Tuya was about to raise the white flag, Chisaki, who was helping with the sports festival committee, passed by him and whispered something. "Oh." As if his girlfriend had given him the greatest words of encouragement that one could give a man, a burst of energy suddenly shot through Tuya's body as he let go of the sandbag with his right hand before quickly slipping his hand under it. He followed up by doing the same thing with his left hand, allowing him to carry the sandbag in both hands, palms facing up. "Oh. President Kenzuki has just readjusted his grip. But it doesn't really look that well balanced. Is he going to be okay?" After hearing the commentator's reaction, Alisa's brow furrowed. "I guess he doesn't need to worry about his grip giving out anymore. But the sand moving around in the sandbag might throw him off balance, and if that happens, it's over." "Yeah." Masachika and Alisa were worried that it was a risky gamble, but contrary to his younger schoolmates' pessimistic predictions, Tuya was continuing to hold the sandbag in that position without fail, when Kamiizumi dropped his sandbag. "The winner is President Kenzuki. The president of the student council really showed us what he's made of, huh?" "Yeah." As the crowd erupted in cheers and applause, Tuya dropped the sandbag and let out a victorious roar while Chisaki rushed over to high-five him, and a powerful high-five from Vice President Sarashina to deliver the final blow to his arms. Although the commentator's words brought laughter to the crowd, Chisaki sent a menacing glare toward the broadcast box. However, perhaps realizing the situation that they were in, Chisaki didn't choose violence today. Instead, she swiftly returned to her duties as a committee member, while Tuya went back to the student council's tent. "Congratulations, Mr. President. Very cool stuff." "Congratulations." "Oh, thanks." Tuya smiled wearily while Masachika and Alisa welcomed him back with applause. "I honestly thought you were a goner when you changed how you were holding the sandbag. That must have taken a lot of mental strength."